Yes, Massive and Crew, back once again with another video, and in this video is the continuation of the TUFF HEAD, aka Sensi Tip on Big City Records, restoration of that song. And in this video you're going to see the continuation of me putting the track together. I ended up having to find some different elements because there were some drum machines. We still got to restore some strings into the track, but I managed to get a couple of the drum machine sounds simulated on the Akai, so I was able to load in that, and as you see in the video, it did come together in the end. Okay, so the next milestone was to record this back to audio without losing any sync, because remember there was two Amigas involved, so I had to figure out a way to be able to record them, and then bear in mind that I had to put them back together again and have them not lose sync, which was very important. So that was the next stage that I had to tackle. Okay, so first thing I've done, guys, is I've got the version, and I'm just going to have to sync that over the top like we were saying earlier. So what I've done, I'm going to literally I've just played 5 dopes there, and that will tell me where the start of the track is, so that when I do actually eventually put it into Cubase, I can then match it up to the tempo, to the beginning of the track. So that way, because the way this used to work is that two Amigas used to play alongside each other, not in sync. I used to just press play. So in theory, this might be tighter than the original. Rocking the Brain t-shirt. I've got a little bit of a large size on here. This is like comfy around the house. But this is exclusive colour, orange and black. What do you think, peeps? From sampleoids.com. Go there, support, represent. Just think as well, guys, I was literally on the process of just putting that disc down because I didn't know what was on it, and it didn't load, and I thought, oh well, let's just stick it to one side. And imagine if I didn't persevere with that disc yet, I would never have known that it was this song. And the message behind that, people, is never give up on what you're doing. Just keep on going and persevere, man, until you get there, man. Everything happens for a reason, and it will all happen in good time. So guys, as the Amiga only has 2 channels, what I've had to do is I'm going to pan one of the channels to the hard left on the mixer and one to the hard right. That way I will get some separation when I go to mix it down, and that will give me a little bit more control over levels and stuff like that. And because this is the version, meaning the second computer version, there's not as much samples in this part of the track.
Hold up, B, 2 versions? What are you talking about, 2 versions?
For those of you who don't understand, let me break it down for you. So the Amigas back in the day, they only had 2 megabytes. Yes, 2 megabytes.
Capiche?
Yes, Mike, I understand.
So now you've got more memory in your phone than the original Amigas. So they had about 2 point something megabytes. Now, in order to get more sample time, obviously them being 8-bit, 2 megabytes stretches quite a long way. But in order for us to get more memory, the idea was back in the day to get a second Amiga. That will give you 4 megabytes, and it will also give you 4 channels. So what you're witnessing here at the moment is me taking the second Amiga files, which has minimal stuff, because we used to just write just extra samples over the top of an already written track. And this part of the video, what you can see here now, is me just running off the second Amiga. Later on I get to run the first Amiga where all of the full production is. So guys, if you're enjoying the content so far, please consider subscribing or supporting us on Patreon. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and I'd like to spend a lot more time in the studio getting more retro beats like this restored. So that dope, that represents the beginning of the track. And then that's it. Now the track's running now on its own steam. So next, I've got to keep an eye on the song now to see when the song ends. So as soon as it ends, I'll have to press stop. Amazing, man. Look at that. Yes, crew. Sensi Tip found.
Me a me partner, me a teacher, me smoke sense me ya, bonitina. No respect. Me a me partner, me a teacher, me smoke sense me ya, bonitina. No respect. Me a me partner, me a teacher, me smoke sense me ya, bonitina risla. Me a me partner, me a teacher, me smoke sense me ya, bonitina.
is actually called sensitive.
Ecstasy.
Right, so here's the thing now, right? So I put it through the Allen and Heath, right? And I'm tweaking it. I put the compression, preset compression on the bass. Put preset compression on the drum. I found a nice 909 kit to replace the old one we had there. All sounding sweet. All bringing a tear to my eye, bro. And then all of a sudden, the tune drops, yeah, and it gets to this bit where there's two B lines playing at once. So I'm thinking, well, it's got to be a MIDI thing, yeah? And there's two B lines and they're proper off key, like, apart from at the lower note at the very bottom of the block, right? And I thought something's not right here, so I'm looking to see what else is playing the MIDI. And then I looked and it's the same instrument as the bass. It is actually the bass. So we must have just been on a mash one and put two B lines on it. And I've gone on to, I found someone who's uploaded it on YouTube with 141 views, sensitive. And at that point, it's 1 minute 51-ish. There's two B lines, man. It just causes the whole compression to just, you know, like, it just spoils the B line level. Because, like, it's just that part there just playing, you've got to listen to it, man. Go to YouTube and type Dub Tune Sensitive, right? And go to about 1 minute 45 or something like that. And as it drops, it just is two B lines playing, man. It's mad. So one's doing that. Yeah, and another one on the top of it is going. But as a melody, it works. It's not off key. As a melody, it works.
I know. I think the B line we played was proper. I think he just went.
At this stage, guys, I think I was just bugging out over the B line, to be fair. It was a lockdown session. I was deep in my lockdown, sorting out bits and pieces. And I realised the old school way, man, we really used to just make the most of the bass line.
I'm telling you, man, it was a dub-wise B line. I reckon we had double notes on it where we thought that the intensity was
It actually sounds bad. It sounds like an ice cream. It's got the melody of an ice cream truck. But I know what you're saying. How the hell did that come about? That's a mad B line, Jed.
There was nothing wrong with that B line, Jed.
Yeah, it works. It works.
There was no way, right? There was no way that we would have put in no clang-a-lang B line, Jed.
No. But that, I know the string at the start's a little bit out of tune. That ding, 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 but it still sounds good.
We done that with enough strings, Jed.
The strings is on MIDI, man. I think that's a Korg thing. I'll see if I can find anything in the Planet Fat to replace it. So I'll just have to turn it down a bit to accommodate for that, I guess, or something. I'll figure it out. Alright, fair play, man. Fair play.
So what year was that?
That was, boy, 90 something. Yeah, I think so. Boy, man, some tunes are coming out the closet now, man. If I ever find Murder Style, that would be just crazy. But you know one tune I know we'll never ever be able to put back again. Well, not never, but like we wouldn't be able to replicate it fully without modern day tech. You know, on the 2 Dope EP, Come Down, with the tune we did with Pesce.
Oh yeah.
Because you remember that when he walked in with that big flipping piano sample that was about 3/4 chunk of this track.